Guys, I know I say this a lot, but this could very well be one of the biggest updates in Jujutsu Shenanigans in the past couple months. We've got a ton of stuff, even beyond Higuruma's ult. I mean, there is just gonna be so much in this video, and I hope you guys are all here for it. Also, I know I've uploaded back-to-back update videos, but I've got some bigger videos in the works, so don't worry, I'm not being lazy. Trust me. Either way, let's jump straight into it. Look how fat this additions update log is. This is humongous. Okay, so first and foremost, we've got our ultimate for Higuruma, Attorney Man, Lawyer Man. We've got the domain and 2 moves to check out, but we've also got some more interesting things like items that spawn on the map, some new variants, some new game modes, and a lot of emotes. Wow, that's a lot of emotes. Okay, so the domain for Higuruma works a little complicated, but once you understand it, it is the most simple thing in the entire world. So here's what's gonna happen. First, you're gonna domain somebody. Your ultimate is your domain. Boom! Look at this. We've got the best model ever. We're in our domain. So you'll see here it says accused of blank. This doesn't really matter, but you'll see these 3 bars. These are very important. The next thing you'll see are the 3 options down here: confess, silence, and denial. These are crucial. So how this works is the other person that got selected for the domain also sees these 3 options. You both have to choose one. So I'm going to choose silence. And then the dummy just auto picks one because it's a dummy. So right there, they said it was me, which means they picked confess. Nothing happened to the bar. The bar increases if you guys both pick the same thing. However, if you both pick confess, it fills up immediately. So let me try and get an example where we both pick silence. Okay, so right there, yep, they were silent and I also hit silence, so the bar went up once. Let's say I do denial and they also do denial. Let's see. Yep, right there. So we both pick denial, bar goes up again. Let's say I do silence again. Oh, well, never mind. The time went out there. Okay, let me explain how the rest of it works because it gets a little bit more complicated than that. Hold on. So let me try and get them when I'm using the confess. If we both say confess, it immediately fills up all 3 bars immediately. So this is the crucial part. If the domain ends with 1 bar, the other player gets confiscation and they lose 2 of their moves. Only if it's 1 bar, right? So if it's 2 bars, then you get the death penalty. So you'll get the sword, but no confiscation. And if you get 3 bars, like I did just there by both pick and confess, you get confiscation plus the sword. Now, you don't see it now because I'm in a private server, but when you do confiscate moves from somebody, it'll say it right here next to their head what moves you confiscated from them. But that is essentially how the domain works. I apologize if my explanation was pretty bad, but if you want it in a TLDR, essentially you both just pick the same option and the bar progresses. If you both pick confess, it's an instant death penalty plus confiscation. With that being said, let's check out the 2 moves. Also, I don't know why my awakening outfit is this. I never selected it for Lawyer Man, but whatever. So first, we've got execution. Without hitting the dummy, it looks like this. A directionally controlled forward dash. As pretty good range, you can go really far with it. Here's what happens when you hit a player. Boom. Sick animation, you whack them away. You take a little chunk of their arm out, and it's funny because instead of cutting the arm, it just gives them like a nub, which I think is hilarious. It just shrinks the decal on the arm. So you might think, well, that's really trashy. It doesn't do that much damage. However, if you hit them twice, which I've done there, you've now taken a chunk out of their leg, but that's not the important part, because when you hit them for the 3rd time, it's an instant kill. 1 tap. Well, I mean, yeah, not like a 1 tap, but the 3rd strike will kill them, is what I'm trying to say. The second move is much cooler and much harder to land. This is Final Judgment. So here's what it looks like without the dummy. You run and you do a slice. Pretty simple. Now here's what happens if you hit a player. Big animation, looks awesome. And then it ends with this. 1 tap, instantly dead. So strong, man. It's so cool. Another thing you'll notice is when you're fighting the dummy he was sort of dodging, you might think to yourself, well, why doesn't the sword just 1 tap with a single M1? And that's because the M1s, the player sort of dodges it, but it still does damage, which in my opinion is a really creative workaround for trying to get around this move, and the fact that, you know, if we were being canon here, it would kill them with 1 strike, but the enemy basically dodges it. But, I mean, you know, this one doesn't kill, it just takes off a chunk, but you know what, we're just going to leave it at that and not question it anymore. But the Final Judgment move is super sick. A little hard to get used to, at least for me, but once you get it down, man, this move is so satisfying to hit. because it's like one of those moves where the player fights, looks like they're fighting back, but it's super satisfying to hit. That is essentially the ultimate mode for Higuruma, simplified. There was one extra change to his base moveset, which I'll cover right now. So the base moveset, Twirling Strikes, got a change. It's obviously the same, but if you hit R, you do the sweep. Now, the way this sweep works is actually really interesting. It counters players who are attacking. So if you hit somebody with this, so if someone's attacking like this and you Twirling Strike into it, I mean, it's kind of hard to do on a dummy. Yeah, right there. See, they were in the middle of their swing. And you might think that's not, you know, oh, that's just a little bit of a counter. But it's actually really good. Take, for example, Hakari's Overwhelming Luck, where he dashes at you. You can just do this move, and then hit the R when he gets close, and it completely counters the move. It's basically just a more difficult to land Manji kick, basically. But I think I might be wrong. I don't actually know for sure. It might only work against a melee. I might be incorrect about that. That is very, very possible. Additionally, one of the larger changes to the main game alongside the new moves is that items now spawn around the map every 20 minutes. Now, I do have a list of the spawns. I will put that on the screen right now for you guys. I believe these are all the known spawns as of now. Okay, so the items aren't showing up around the map, but you can actually, if you want to spend a lot of money, which I don't really have a lot of, you can buy items to show up for, let's see, $50. And it's 1 in 3 items, but I will buy them and for the purpose of demonstrating to you guys, because, you know, I love you guys. So I purchased a random item. There's 1 of 3 I can get. Okay, this is the coin. And this is what it looks like when you flip it. Boom. Look at that. And you might think that's lame. However, it parries any projectile that is sent at you. So let's take this projectile dummy and watch. Boom. And it hit the other dummy, which is funny. So if you just time it, you can just parry the projectile. This goes for any projectile, by the way. I'm talking hollow purple, Fuga. Like, this thing will hit anyone or parry any projectile, which is super hilarious and can lead to some really clutch moments if you have a coin for whatever reason. Oh, okay. It looks like you have a 5-minute cooldown on item restocking. Z, that's lame. Why is there a cooldown on that? Change it. Change it. Here's another thing, though. So when you get your item... Oh, I got the coin again. Here's a trick with Megami that's honestly kind of an indirect buff. So everyone knows how if you pick up an item and then you press R with, like, a throwable like this, you could store it in the little shadow realm, right? Well, I mean, I just took it out there, but you guys know what I'm talking about. You can do the same thing for items, which is really cool. So I have my coin here, which probably isn't the best for this demonstration because it's so small. But if I go into my shadow realm... It's now stored in my shadow realm. So if I go into the shadow realm again and then press left click while I'm in there, I can retake out the coin, which means that, you know, that passive for Megami just got a really big buff because now you can just have items stored. And now the coin probably maybe isn't the best one to store for aggression, but you can store like the gun or the sword, which I'm going to try and get for you guys now. Okay, here we go. I got the sword. Here he is, Jet Black. There's the M1s. Let me go show these off on the dummy really fast. All right, here's what the M1s look like. Yeah, it's just like 3 M1s, but you send them flying, and it kind of looks like the knockdown is a little longer, like forces them to a longer... I don't know, honestly, but it's kind of cool. You hold on to it. Do keep in mind, though, if you get hit by a dummy, you drop... Or not even a dummy. If you get hit by anything, you drop your item. So, like, look. I got hit and my items dropped. And someone can just steal this, by the way. If a Megami comes up and steals this, presses R and goes into their realm, your item's gone, dude. Unless they take it back out, your item is gone. Okay, finally, I got the gun. Here is the gun. Here's what it looks like when you hold it, hence that picture that Z posted the other day. And you hit M1, and you can shoot it. It has pretty good range, and we're also playing the Fortnite revolver sound. But it's still a good item, nonetheless. Super fun to use, breaks after 6 shots. And there goes all of my money. Just kidding, for some reason my money isn't going down. Don't tell Z though, because I like not wasting my money. Other than that, that pretty much covers the update. We're going to hop into some public servers. I'm going to play that for a little bit, and then I'm going to go into Roulette maybe and see if I can catch the other 2 game modes. So yeah, let's get on with that now. But before we head into public servers, if you guys are enjoying the content and you want to see more of it, make sure to leave a like on the video to show your support and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Oh! Okay. I deny. No, I shouldn't tell you that. Oh, crap.
Yo, Gamma?
No! No! Oh my god, Bugsby confiscated freaking grapple from me, so I can't use grapple on this dude. I'm not even fighting him and Bugsby's screwing me over, man! I don't have grapple and I'm still almost beating this guy. I spoke way too soon. I'm dead! What just happened? I'm gonna get... Stop this dude! Okay. No! Okay. I confess. No, no, he did it too. Oh, no, 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 no. I'm so cooked. I'm in another one. What is happening? Oh, they picked confess again. That's 3 executioner swords coming after me, bro. Chill. I got 2 of my moves confiscated, man. Stop it. No, no. It kind of looks cool when you're getting attacked by it, though. I will not lie. No, no, no. I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm so cooked. Oh, I canceled it. We're chilling. We're chilling. I don't even have 2 of my. Oh. Okay. Okay. Come on. Come on. I'm good. I canceled it again. Oh my God. This guy's getting cooked. You're trash. I've got a nub on my left hand. Oh, he's out of his ultimate. You know what that means? You know what that means? Now it's my turn. What do you plea? I say. Oh, he went silence. Okay, I'm gonna go silence again. Dang it. Okay, the strat here is just to do confess over and over again, because eventually they'll do it. Eventually they'll crack and hit confess. Okay, never mind. This guy's just going back and forth on denial. Boom. Okay, that's confiscation. That's silence. Denial. He's gonna do denial now. This guy's spamming it. Yeah, give me that sword, buddy. So much for your vigilant fight. You're gonna die now. All I have to do is hit him with number 2, and he's cooked. So let me go ahead and get his evasive, so when I knock him down again, it's a little bit easier to hit him with this. Because hitting this move on someone who has a dash up is a little difficult. So let me just get him in another M1 combo. Back up. Come on. Oh, I got him! Yeah, you suck! You getting the sword through the chest for that one, buddy. You're garbage. Boom! Easy, easy. Give me that. Give me that. And I still have my stubby arm. All right, I want to try out the new roulette modes. There's 2 new ones. Oh yes, this one is really fun. So this one is called Platform Clash. How this one works is everyone spawns on a platform and you have to knock each other off. And the knockback's increased. You can't front dash or use abilities. It's literally just side dashes and M1s. So while I'm not playing them here, the strat for this game mode is to play Mahito, because you get the different M1 variations with your R variant. But yeah, this one gets a little chaotic. So yeah, this isn't my favorite one out of the 2 that have been added. The other one is literally everyone gets infinite ammo guns, but this one still gets a little intense. If you waste your evasive and they get near the edge, you're pretty much done for. Like, I might get this minion off. Is he dead? No, no, no. I don't have my evasive. No! I'm already out like that. Are we serious? Did I really just get cooked that quickly? Okay, this one's the gun game mode. If I sound panicked, it's because I just joined the server and for some reason it put me into the game mode. So everyone just has guns. You can still use moves, so little pro tip there. Like I just used Justice Served, but you still have the gun, and it's pretty much just American Simulator. That's literally the name of the game mode too. That guy's 1 HP. Get him! He's dead. Get this guy. I can grapple him to mess him up, and then shoot him point blank. He's dead. Oh shoot, someone else is shooting me. Oh, the bacon. No, the bacon. I can't see. He's not letting me stand up. Oh my God, I'm getting cooked by this dude. Oh, he Manji kicked the bullet. This dude's insane. He's like a ninja. He's dead. Okay. Now I can go back to killing this guy in the corner. I think he's the only one alive. I win. Let's go. Well, that is gonna about cover the update video for you guys. I know I wasn't able to find any items in public servers, but they do spawn like every 20 minutes, and I didn't really feel like waiting. Also, I know I didn't show off the 9 different emotes, but there's some pretty cool ones, like one that literally just lets you ragdoll on the ground, which I think is pretty funny. But that is basically the update. This is one of the biggest updates we've gotten in a few months. This amount of stuff added is awesome. Either way, yeah. Let me know what you guys think of this update in the comments down below. I think it was really fun. If there's anything I missed at all, do let me know, because there was a lot jam-packed in this update, and I'm sure some of the other testers are going to be very mad at me when I accidentally skip over something. But everything I did explain, I believe I explained it correctly, which is mainly just the domain. I don't really think there was anything else super complex there, and I explained how Megami can get all of his items and stuff. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.